Yes, people, and we are here for the first of many streams that will talk in which we will talk about AFCON 2025. Now, we're starting in Morocco this year. Morocco hosting a tournament, and with about a week away right now, we thought it's a perfect time to start off AFCON coverage on all three of our channels: Waffle Dawn, Hannah Sports Chat, and Football Overseas, as well as Mark MUFC. So shout out to Mark. So yeah, but before we get properly underway, Abs, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. You know what? It's nice to collaborate with this tournament. AFCON. AFCON's I think AFCON football, is very underrated. I don't think it gets enough exposure. And you know what? Sometimes you have to promote these teams as well. It's not just about Europe, World Cup, etc. Do you know what I mean? Africa is a crazy massive continent with so many countries, and people like to say Africa is a third world developing country, but it's got some of the most richest what's the word I'm looking for? This cream probably came from Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of the richest refineries and all of them kind of things there. And you know what? Big up to Africa, man. So yeah, I'm here representing my team, Ivory Coast. But yeah, man, I love it. Big up.
Yeah, and then Carl, what are you saying? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just buzzing, getting to represent Africa, seeing African football. First time in every 2 years. It excites me seeing the goals, seeing the reactions, seeing their predictability in their predictability. Yeah, and I'm ready. I'm buzzing, and let's see what the 24 teams have for us this AFCON, because I know Ivory Coast is defending the trophy and other teams as well. So let's see. Big up to all of you. Big up to Watford. Big up to Hano. Big up to every host that is coming onto the show, because we are bringing to our fans the best quality predictions in Africa, from South America, from South Africa to England to Kenya and to the whole world. Yeah.
Yeah, big up, man. Mark was it, then he disappeared now, so don't know.
Yeah, he's not.
Probably will
He's
back now.
Yeah, he's not at home, so he's probably going to be jumping in and out.
Wi-Fi problem.
But yeah,
So yeah,
we continue.
Here we go.
Yeah, big up, Mark, man.
Big up, Mark. Hope you're doing well.
Shout out to Football Overseas in the building. I'd be having breakfast too the same way, bro. Big up. You know what it is.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? How y'all feeling?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, man. Ready for this.
Yeah, I'm good.
So yeah, let's get to the chat quickly. Yeah, get involved in the chat.
Yeah, leave the questions. Let's leave the questions, because we go to the questions. I've starred them, so we get to the question. Just all the other ones we go through.
But do get involved. Let us hear your thoughts and opinions and stuff. Be up boy 10 that says all you need to know about AFCON is that Egypt won't win it. Big claim. That's a big claim that Egypt won't win it. They have a really good chance. So yeah, I want Salah to lose and Mane to win. Well, to be fair, I just to shut down the Salah prop. Let's go Senegal. Well, Senegal is a team we will talk about, but they also have a really good chance in winning this tournament. Okay, I'll start that one. And start that one. Okay, so yeah, let's just have a look at the groups. Yeah, Egypt have won the most, but they haven't won in a long time. When last did Egypt win a AFCON? I think it was
I think a long time. No, not 19th. I think in the 20, in the two in the 2000s. Those, but they haven't won in a long time. It is sad considering the talent that they do
2006.
have.
Yeah,
Mhm.
2006. So, is it? Yeah. So Egypt were 2006. So they haven't won it in a long time. So yeah. But yeah, Nems, you got the link if you want to join. So yeah.
Get on here, you fraud.
So yeah. Let's go to the groups then. You bring up the groups. AFCON groups. Cool. Let me share the screen. Yeah. So let's share the screen. So I'll just keep tabs of. So how the tournament works, just for quick explanation to the people that want to know. So the top two teams go through. Then there's the four best third place teams go through, which will lead to then a round of 16. Because will lead to a round of 16, I think. No, round of 24, round of 16. Now round of 16.
No, round of 16 and then round of 16 and quarterfinals.
And
No,
then
there's no round of 32.
quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Then okay, cool. So let's start. Group A. You've got Comoros, Mali, Morocco, and Zambia. So Comoros, Mali, Zambia. So let's start with those. Morocco, probably the favorites to win the whole thing. In my opinion, I think Morocco, they've got home advantage. Probably the best squad in Africa in terms of players that play in Europe, as well as outside, outside of Africa. So yeah, Morocco is a very good team, and I expect them to win all their games. Really, they should win. But we have to note Morocco last won the AFCON in. Have Morocco ever won the AFCON? Don't think they
Morocco.
ever have.
I think they have.
I'm gonna find a list, of teams that's won the AFCON. So teams. Can you make the screen a bit bigger as well, please, H? Because it's a little bit small.
Yeah, they have won AFCON in 1976.
1976. So.
Wow.
Yeah, 1976. That's when they last won the World Cup, the AFCON. Sorry.
Wow.
I was about to sleep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it has been a long time.
Yeah, the last one when Abs was a little kid. So. Yeah,
that's when I was
don't
born,
even know
bro.
where Africa was.
That's where I was. That's when I was born.
Yeah, crazy.
You were born at that time.
So
yeah.
That's my year, bro.
So yeah. Carl, we want to, or Abs, you guys want to chip in on Morocco?
Yeah. So I was checking about how Morocco performed in the last AFCON. What I checked on is that Morocco topped the group. They topped the group with 7 points. Then they were knocked out in round of 16. Morocco's performance, they dominated. Yeah, they were knocked out by South Africa in 2024. It was a 2-0 game. They should have performed better, but yeah. So they dominated round of 16. They dominated that group where DRC Congo is in. So it is surprising that they're meeting DRC Congo again. But no, they're not meeting DRC Congo. Yeah, so they're playing against Zambia again, as they did in the last AFCON, which is could it be deja vu? Could Zambia beat Morocco, or could Morocco just roll over Zambia again? Then also they performed well in AFCON. They're just unlucky in the knockout stage. In the World Cup qualifiers for the recent AFCON, they dominated that group. They finished with 24 points. 104 points if you don't take away the points from the last place that they've gained against. So Morocco is a very strong team, that one I know for sure. In terms of readiness, if I was going to get their readiness out of 100, I'll give them 70 out of 100. Yeah.
Mm.
I hear it. I
Yeah,
hear it.
they're best prepared
Um,
compared to others here.
So yeah.
you know the crazy thing though, yeah. Hakimi won't be playing in the tournament. So
No,
that
he has been called up though. He has been called up.
he has been called up,
Yeah, he's been called up.
but isn't he still injured?
Um,
I think he is, isn't he?
yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's
still
sort of
injured.
still injured, but I believe he's been called up.
He's been called up, but he hasn't traveled to Morocco.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
hasn't.
Morocco's got a good, you know what? They got some good teams, you know, Mazarari, Diaz, Amrabat, Onai,
So
Konos.
Yeah,
They got some,
these.
yeah,
they got some very good players. Yeah. Will they win the tournament though? I'm not too sure. I think, you know,
well,
I think they're gas their group. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. As I said, I'm not really too knowledgeable about the teams here, but yeah, they're a good team. But the problem for me is that they haven't won it since 1976. You know,
yeah,
and that's a long time
they have
ago.
massive pressure.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure on them, really.
100.
But Mark, your thoughts on Morocco, and then can go on to your team Mali.
Well, I
What's your
mean,
thoughts on Morocco?
I think Morocco is a very strong team in this group. I think they have a very versatile squad. I would say, in terms of a solid team that will give out performance, it could depend on would be Morocco. I don't think there's the most attacking team in the group, but I certainly think they're very strong, and because they're strong defensively and in the midfield particularly, I think that's where they will usually start their counter attacks and be able to dominate games in some instances against some of the teams in this group, like Zambia and Cameroon and possibly even Mali. You know what I mean? But for me, I think when you look at them being hosts, they have also the crowd favor, the home. So they have all that support. All that will boost Morocco, in my honest opinion. So I think they're very strong in this tournament. I expect them to qualify out the group. Is how they fare against the opposition in the next round, which is around the 16 knockout. Depending on who they receive, is where they will
Yeah,
go to the final or the semi-final, if not, in my opinion.
yeah, no, I agree. Big up Gershon, big up. So Morocco and Mali to go through. We'll go on to Mali. Mali, a team that's a bit underrated in some respects. They've got a physical midfield, that's one thing. But Mali, you've got Basuma, you've
You got Hyder as well, you know.
Hyder there. So yeah, they're gonna make it tough for whoever they play against. That's the big thing. So yeah, but Mark, of course Mali a bit more well than us, so take it away.
Well, I mean, I just fancy the team. I think they're a very interesting team in the African Cup of Nations, and in the recent years, what they've been doing, they went to a young squad and they remodeled their football around a young team, playing an attacking team. I think they play more likely a back three with four across the midfield, so it's 3-4-3, something like what Man United is play. And I think they've been doing pretty well in that facet. With Yves Bissouma in the center of the midfield, they've been very strong. They also have Haider who plays in Salzburg, another interesting player, physical guy, good on the ball. So I think Mali will pose a threat to anyone. They're strong in the midfield. They have good players in defense, and they have an interesting left wing attacking player called Nenny Dorgelis. Now he played at Fenerbahce now, but he was at Salzburg last season, and he's very good. He proven in Europe. He's done well against his opponents. He might not be the lightning electric player that a lot of people like to see, but he gets the job done versus one. So I expect Mali to be a shock team in this group. I think this group favors Mali a lot. The test would be the opening game against Morocco, which I think is the biggest hurdle. If they could get a result like a draw, which is not unlikely, because as you could see from the last tournament, they did upset a few big teams and they did pretty well, you know. So I expect them to get to the round of 16 out of this group as well. I think Zambia will be an easy test for Mali. Is the difficult game would be Cameroon and Morocco, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that will be the difficult test. Everyone else wanna talk after thoughts on Mali? Of course, Mali, as you mentioned, their players. We've got some notable players like Yves Basuma, Madu Hydra, Musa Dinepo as well. If we look at what they did in the last AFCON, which is just more than a year ago, they actually topped Group E, um, which included South Africa, Namibia, and Tunisia. They topped that group, 2 draws and 1 win. So they can draw. They can sneak the draws. So no, they will do well. Zambia, I think Zambia is a team that could shock this group. I think because I think Mali and Morocco are the favorites in this. In Zambia, like they've got some good players there. They've got Patson Daka, striker, former Leicester player. Don't know if he's still at Leicester. And then Fashion Sakakala, also there in terms of as a goal threat. So yeah, Zambia are very good team. I think they will give a few teams difficult if they can qualify. If we look at last AFCON, they were again in a group with Morocco, and they what? No, they lost to Morocco. They lost to Morocco, but they drew against the Congo and drew in Tanzania. So they are a very good team in also being stubborn and not allowing you to just play through your way through. Um, Kyle Abs, what do you guys make of Zambia?
Go on, Carl. I don't really know too much about these teams, be honest with you. So Carl will probably know more than me. He's on mute. You're on
You're
mute.
muted.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I'm on mute. The common situation that you realize when you're live streaming. Yeah, so what I know about Zambia, they are a weak team. Yeah, so they are playing against similar opponents against, because they're playing against Morocco. They know how Morocco plays due to they faced them in the last AFCON. Even though they didn't perform well in the last AFCON as they expected to perform, they gave Morocco an easy run for their money. So it was an easy win for Morocco back then. And in terms of the World Cup 2026 qualifiers, they faced Morocco in the World Cup 2026 qualifiers as well. And they finished that group with 9 points, fourth place. So it is impressive how they performed. But this is AFCON, anything's expected. So I think Zambia will not perform as well. Any person betting on Zambia to get any point will not get. I think Zambia will be the type where everything will get the easy points from. No disrespect to anyone from Zambia, but a weak nation in this group.
Okay. So, what do you make then of Comoros? Because what you think Zambia are worse than Comoros?
If, if you go by form wise as well, Comoros has had improved in terms of recent form as well. Also, in the World Cup 2026, they performed well as well. They were lucky to not to advance, but I they've kept a respectable distance in the qualifiers for the World Cup. So Comoros is not an easy team. I know you might look at the name Comoros and expect to get 3 points from Comoros, but Zambia is weaker than Comoros. Comoros played against
No?
Mali. Mali knows how. In the 2026 qualifiers, Comoros played against Mali, so Mali knows how Comoros plays. Mali finished the
Mhm.
group 3 points above Comoros, so yeah, so they can tell you how
Mm.
tough Comoros is by experience. And I know in the last AFCON, Comoros did not play in the last AFCON. If I could be wrong,
Yeah.
and you can correct me whether did they play in the last AFCON?
Yeah. No, they did not. But in
Yeah,
2021, so two AFCON, not the last one, the previous one, they did qualify for the round of 16. So yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, but let's then. If anyone else have a few more thoughts. If
No,
not, then
not
we will move
particular.
on. Move on then. Um.
Make sure you slap the lights,
So
people, as well. Those who are entering the building
um.
as well.
So predictions. Uh, in terms of who do you guys think qualify? Um,
Uh,
top two and
should we go
third
one at a
place.
time? Should we go one at a time?
Yeah.
We should
I've
do one at a
gone.
time.
Well,
I've
I'll
got.
go
You go
first
first.
because I think I'll go first. So I think because I think that we every normally everybody would looking for as football overseas said before, Kyle basically Morocco and Mali to be the top qualifiers of the group. I don't know much about Zambia, but I think any team that qualify for this last round of African Cup of Nations probably will be strong coming into the tournament to a certain extent. They're prepared. I definitely think that, Comoros, a team that I'm not too familiar with, but I did see them in the previous AFCON before the last one. I think they might possibly pose a challenge and they will be looking to upset one of Morocco or Mali. But like I am saying, I back in Mali to be the top qualifier in the group, along with Morocco, and get to the round of 16. So Mali and Morocco for me, atypical.
Mali. Okay. Mali and Morocco. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Mark, do you have Zambia in third?
I actually have Comoros as the probable team to get third place because they were strong in the previous AFCON before, and of course,
Okay.
well with Mali and Morocco, I think they will be the two top teams.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, I will. I have Morocco, Mali, and Zambia. For me, Kyle, who do you have?
Okay, for teams to advance, I have Morocco. I think Morocco will get 2 wins against Comoros and Zambia. They'll get a draw against Mali. So 7 points, they'll finish on 7 points. Yeah. And then, oh, sorry, they'll get a win against Mali and Zambia. They'll get a draw against Comoros, a shocking draw. Then, second place will be Mali. They'll get a win against Comoros and Zambia. So 6 points. Third place will be Comoros, 4 points, and Zambia, 0 points.
Okay, so you have the same as Mark. Abs.
No,
Why would
no.
we do? Oh.
For Mark, he said that Mali is on top. I said Morocco is on top.
No, you said Morocco top as well. So
Oh, okay. Sorry, my
No,
bad.
I
think
said
so.
Mali on top, bro. I said Mali on
Mali
top.
on
Oh,
He was
top.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Apologies.
you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be different, and I'm gonna go with Morocco and Comoros first and second. Morocco first, Comoros second, and Mali third. I think I think Comoros are the dark horses of this group. And as Mark said, you know, they were strong in like the previous um tournament that they played in. So, you know what I mean? I think they might shock a few teams this tournament. So yeah, Morocco first, Comoros second, Mali third.
Mali third. Fair enough. The only one that doesn't have what do you call it? Comoros going through, so or top three. So first. Then we move on to Group B. Now, Group B is a big group. You've got Angola, who isn't a bad team. You've got Egypt. You've got South Africa and Zimbabwe. Uh, Angola. We'll start with Angola, a team that has again a team that is both on physicality and directness. I think the biggest concern is the attack in terms of creativity and tempo. But in terms of competitiveness, they are very competitive. They are also very strong at the set pieces. Angola. If we look at players that they do have, where is it? They have Gulson Dala, and Gulson Dala plays his football for in Qatar for Al Wakra, so he doesn't play in Angola. I think he's really the star player for them. But yeah,
You got Gaspar as well, who plays for Lecce in Serie A as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think they will cause teams trouble. I really do think so. Carl, you will know a bit more about Angola as well. If you're there.
Yeah, but costumes trouble. Yeah.
So, what do you make of Angola?
Okay, so for Angola, yes. Let me look at what I got so far. I know that Angola performed well in that group.
Mm.
That's what I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last AFCON, if I quickly check.
yeah, they topped their group with
Yeah,
7 points.
they topped that
They
group.
reached the farthest.
Yeah.
They reached the fastest. They reached the quarterfinals. Yeah, so they were the best performing out of that group of Burkina Faso, were Mauritania
Rushetana and
and
Algeria.
Algeria. Yeah, and then also looking at the World Cup qualifiers, they didn't perform well in the World Cup qualifiers because they finished with 15 points. Yeah, and they played with Cameroon. Cameroon performed better. I thought Cameroon was a bit poor in the World Cup qualifiers, but we're not reviewing Cameroon right now. So yeah, so think about it. I think Angola, in terms of their readiness, um, Egypt and South Africa are better performing than Angola is
Mm.
in terms of heading into the AFCON. But however, my prediction might be different. Yeah, so we'll wait until the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I think
yeah.
sorry to cut you, Hannah, but I think Angola is an interesting team, to be fair. More than likely, that's because I was watching the last AFCON and I think that they have a few players that remind me, they look sort of like some Brazilian players, but based on Angola, you know, it's not that odd that they would have a stark resemblance to some of the Brazilian players. And they are a well organized team, in my honest opinion. You know, they're disciplined. and is draw specialist. So I expect them to get through based on the fact that I think they might be able to pull off a draw against probably each of those three teams that they're playing against.
Yeah, no, I think defensively they are a very good team. It's just about that
Creativity
attacking
these
wise.
days.
Can they? Yeah, that I think that's probably one thing for most of these lesser names. It's
So
attack.
I think about Angola is the amazing counterattacks. The counterattack is amazing as well.
And the set pieces.
Mm.
Yeah, like those
Yeah,
beautiful set pieces. Wow, they're shocking. Yeah,
yeah, the
like if you
set
just
pieces
watch
is
them, you just enjoy the matches.
uh, yeah, set pieces. Oh, but good transition on to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have got a few good players. They've got not marvelous Nakamba that played for Luton in the Premier League. Knowledge Masuna. I believe where is he now? I believe he played Premier League ball.
Big up the Jack Reacher in the building.
So yeah, where is he now? He currently plays. Uh, for yeah. So I don't know exactly where he plays. He played last in somewhere in the Netherlands, where he currently plays. But they are again a very good team. They are probably gonna finish last in this group, in my opinion.
I wonder
Um,
why.
Look, defensively they are decent, but the squad depth is
Wonderwall.
their biggest problem and attacking quality. So, yeah, but they've got the work rate, they've got the resilience.
I know
I don't know.
why you quoting the bad performance. We all know they're going to perform poorly in this group.
Exactly. I
But
mean,
that's not.
Yeah,
I kind of I feel like I love Zimbabwe fan, but they are marvelous. Nakamba playing for them in the midfield. You know what I
like
mean? They are Kamba
like
Balak as
even
well.
Kenya,
I think
like
the
even
decent. I
Kenya
think they
has
might surprise
contributed.
people. It have our brother in the chat saying earlier he thinks Zimbabwe will be a dark horse in the group. I don't know if I disagree. I think I might be agreeing with him. I
Look,
didn't
Yeah,
know they
but they
are
weren't
marvelous
impressive in
Nakamba.
group stages, were they? I don't think they were that impressive in the group stages.
nah,
No, but it's
last
not about
AFCON,
being
they went in
impressive.
I
last
mean,
AFCON.
qualifying, yeah. Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
but okay. I hear you.
not the last AFCON, 2022. Um, they won a game. I think it was like one of their first ones or something at of at a AFCON, but they beat Guinea in their last game at AFCON. So yeah, but they could surprise someone, get a draw or something. So yeah, but let's move on then to yours truly, um, South Africa. Um, Look, I think in some respects, we could top that group ahead of Egypt, but yeah, look, we are a good team. Defensively, we do have better lack of depth, but um, I think we can easily make the knockouts in this group. You've got Mokoena in midfield who will shop there. I think he dominates probably each of their midfields, Egypt and Angola. Our big thing is scoring, breaking down and actually taking our chances because sometimes we don't do that, which does affect us. But I think we easily qualify. Um, Egypt, they are probably our biggest worry in this group. Um, wouldn't say they slap us because I think if you look even at previous games, they don't really slap us or beat us in any. They even you look last AFCON, they barely made it out of their group. If Ghana actually fixed up, they probably could have qualified ahead of Egypt because Egypt drew all 3 of their games. So yeah, um, but we beat Egypt, man. Come on. Angola. I'll get to the comments in this, but yeah, just keep bringing them up. So yeah, Mark. Abs, you watched us in the World Cup qualifiers. What did you make of us as a team?
Yeah, looked all right. I think one of the things that we don't touch on a lot is the goalkeepers in this tournament as well. And I think you've got a decent goalkeeper in it. You know, he made some good saves in that last qualifying game that I watched. The only thing with you guys, man, is that you get a lot of chances, man, and you don't take them. And that can come back to hurt you if you don't take your chances. But I can see you as one of the favourites in this group. When we get down to obviously the nitty gritty, you've got solid players in your team. It's just the finishing aspect that I'm expecting you, man. You know what I'm saying, to be ruthless in this group, innit? And obviously South Africa, you know what I mean? People represent. We've got a lot of South Africans in the chat as well. Big up to you, man, as well. Yeah, big up to Boyton. Big up to Jeffrey. He's not here, but big up to the South Africans and stuff as well. And this guy here, he's saying Egypt will slap South Africa. Can you believe that? The disrespect to the South Africans. Are you not having that? Man, so how you say that word? How you say his name? He's saying South Africa is too strong in that group. So I can see
I don't know. I mean, Mo Salah playing for Egypt. Egypt do also have this brother from Man City, Mamush. I feel like man them forget how strong Egypt is offensively. I don't understand. Like, are they just talking, or they go and slap man them just so and win the group just so? Bro, this group is a group with a fight. It's a fight in it, bro. Don't make
hey,
no
Mark,
stiff against.
Mark,
No,
bro. No. I'm talking. The comment. I want to read out the comment to you quickly. Yeah. The H Don is saying, "Can we get more energy on the panel? The man them sounded like your wives have stopped you from sleeping last night."
I'm telling you, bro. And I was up till 4, so I don't know. Man, wake up.
Big up, man. H Don and them things there.
No, but see, for real, guys, I think this group is a very interesting group. We can't just say that South Africa is clear winners of this group. I think it's going to be a difficult run. Angola is a strong team defensively. Zimbabwe is no pushovers. They might not be good going forward, but they definitely will give you a lot of fight in defense. So
but what about the rivalry between South Africa and Zimbabwe as well? Because no one's touched on that as well. That's going to be a fire game as well. Because
that's what I'm now saying here. Man, them they ain't really putting a promise on really what's going on in this group, because South Africa is a very strong team. Of course, we're not going to say that they was one of the first qualifiers for the World Cup, and that showed that the strength and the show that they informed. But when it comes to this sort of group here, where you're facing the likes of Egypt, who is one of the most attacking teams in AFCON, and then you have Zimbabwe, who is a rival. It's a difficult group for South Africa.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Like Zimbabwe was, especially in the World Cup qualifiers, when we didn't beat them and decided to be hard and not fold, they owe us.
Let me ask you guys a quick question. Can I ask you guys a quick question on the panel? Yeah, does this look like the most interesting group in the tournament so far, or we still haven't come across the most interesting?
I think it have one more very interesting group, but I think it's one of the most interesting groups.
But if you ask me,
probably second. This is probably
But
second
if you
for
ask me,
Senegal.
I think this group there's a lot of upsets that could happen, especially with Angola, Egypt, South Africa, and then we have small teams like Zimbabwe, who's an easy 3 point collector for any of the above three teams. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of upset football that could happen in this group, if you ask me.
Yeah, no,
South Africa
definitely.
can bottle
They
some
always got
games.
the juju. Yeah, that Zimbabwe, they always go somewhere with that. But Egypt, let's
But
speak on
but I don't
Egypt.
think that
Probably
Juju. I think for
go.
Zimbabwe, I don't
Sorry.
think that Juju men can travel all the way to North Africa this time to have some Juju against South
Let
Africa, unless let's say Zimbabwe president is willing to order the flight ticket from Ivory Coast to North Africa. I don't think Zimbabwe will have any Juju against South Africa. South Africa is just too strong for this group. Yeah,
who
and
knows.
yeah.
But going on to Egypt, Egypt are probably one of the favorites to win this competition because it's North Africa. Yeah, 7 titles. They haven't won an AFCON in a while, about 11 years. They aren't that
Yeah,
really
the
good.
most successful.
They, I don't think they're that
The most
good, but
successful,
I
yeah.
think because they are the tournament is in North Africa, I think they automatically become favorites. Egypt, but they are not that good.
Why everyone
They
writing off
defend-
Egypt? Why everyone writing up of Egypt?
I'm not
Why when you
writing
say
them
they're
We're
not
off.
not
that
I
we're
good?
just
not we're not writing off Egypt. We have just seen Egypt perform, and we could say that yes, Egypt has the talented players, but then that's not
they're not.
that good. They're not that good to qualify out of this group.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Just
think they
like I
might
was
probably
disappointed on how
qualify.
they performed in the last AFCON.
Yeah.
If you ask me,
Yeah, last AFCON
they should have
they should have
performed
topped
better.
that group.
Yeah, easily they should have
They
topped that group. And
and
we're
if you
ashamed why they didn't top that group.
mm, yeah, their defense is the big key for them. Um, because in the World Cup qualifiers they only conceded 2 goals. Um, scored 20 goals. So and stayed unbeaten, didn't lose any game. So they have a really um good defense. So yeah. Um yeah, like so many stacked teams that fail. So yeah. Uh
What about this
yeah.
question here? What about this question here?
Oh,
Sorry. What about this question here? Sorry.
Nah,
Guys, just bear with
I
us. Yeah, this
disagree with these man them on the panel right now, fella. Sorry to cut all you, bro. I find all the real hating on Egypt, and I's not a fan. I's not an Egypt fan, bro. And I find all the hating on Egypt, and I think Egypt is strong. And I think this year is
I wasn't hating on Egypt.
well, not you, but I think Hano and Kyle. I know the back end the teams, but you had to be a little bit more open about Egypt, bro. I think you'll have a bit of a struggle against Egypt more than you'll show it. Because when the tournament start and then when
no.
Egypt
No,
perform,
we're not saying
if
that they
Egypt
sluggo.
That
Listen, we're not
yeah,
saying
go.
that they'll sluggo. We are giving Egypt the respect. We're just saying that Egypt has the talented squad, yes, but
they're not good, you know,
that's
saying.
AFCON.
They're not that good.
Last
That's what I heard.
AFCON. Last AFCON, they could have performed better than they did this AFCON.
Mm.
Is this Salah's
I
last
think
AFCON, is it?
Exactly.
Last AFCON was last year, 2024.
And he's gonna be going into this
no,
angry, bro.
Salah. It could be his last AFCON. I don't know if it's top 3 AFCON. Never won
Before
an
we continue
AFCON.
though, can we
Uh-huh.
answer this question here from Skills? Sorry to cut. I know this is a bit mad, but can we answer this question briefly?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Salah, the top. Yeah, true.
I don't
He's
know.
not. I don't
What do you
think
think
he
about
is a
Christian
top
Mark?
3. Best in the
Mark,
world? No, there are better players than Salah in the world. But in Africa, I think Salah could be top 5, but not top 3 in
who
Africa.
would you put in your top 3 quickly?
In my top 3,
Mm.
okay, so obviously they'll have a lot of Morocco players as well. So I think people like Lokpa, those guys as well. Those they are
Eto'o.
legends of Africans out there that have performed way better than Salah has. So no
You have to,
disrespect to
I think
Salah,
you,
but
I
it's
think
not
George
top
Eto'o.
three.
Ware's up
It's not
there
in
as
my
well. You know?
place.
George Ware is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, I think Eto'o. A few of the Ghana legends has to be in there. So I think there are a few. No, not Oshiman. Oshiman needs to win. Yeah, Torah only won one AFCON. So it's gonna win it for you. Yeah, to be fair, so yeah. What's this about? Oh, sorry. Egypt are always strong for AFCON. They just under deliver. Especially the teams that weren't as stacked. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Anyone wanna have last thoughts? I just don't think Egypt will dominate this group. That's what I think.
We need to predict the first 2 and qualifier of
First,
this or the thirds. So we need to do
first,
that.
yeah, I will
No, but you
start
see
first
the
me.
Where's Mark? Is he still there? I can't hear him.
yeah,
Is he still there? Oh, he's on mute.
yeah,
Okay, he's on
yeah.
mute. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
For me, I think we top it. I think Egypt
Woo!
and then Angola.
Woo! What about you, Kyle?
I'll say South Africa, Angola, Egypt.
I'm gonna go with Egypt, South Africa, and Zimbabwe.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Egypt, Angola, and South Africa too.
Bomba Club.
Wow, you man. Okay,
Bad boy
okay. I
Mark
see the
Ruffino.
energy. Okay, I see the energy.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Mark, you've got Egypt, Angola, South Africa. Okay, I hear you. Abs, you've got what? Egypt.
It means that
Egypt,
South Africa will
Africa,
not
and
qualify
Zimbabwe.
according to Mark.
Oh, maybe third place team. Maybe third place team. Who knows? Well, so Abs, you've got Egypt, South Africa, and Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
If South Africa doesn't qualify, if South Africa doesn't qualify out of this group, I'll come and banter you in quarterfinals, in knockout stage. The way I'll banter you if South Africa doesn't qualify for knockout stage.
Come on, man. We will. We will.
You're so confident.
Let's move on.
I think we will qualify, man. So yeah, Carl, what's yours? Egypt too?
No,
Your
it
top
is
three?
South Africa, Angola, Egypt. Egypt third, Angola second, South Africa first.
Oh, okay. I like this. Okay, but let's move on then. Carl, you can take over from this Group C.
Yeah, so Group C, we have amazing teams. Even the teams talked about here is we have Nigeria, World Cup bottle jobs. They haven't been in the World Cup for the last 2 World Cups. And then we have teams like Tunisia, Uganda. Big up to Uganda, big up to Tanzania, big up to the East African nations in this group. Whoever is from East Africa, keep a like to this team because we are here. And yeah, Nigeria is defending runner-up. They bottled it to Ivory Coast towards the end. So, and Tunisia Tunisia has that experience. They have talented players like Mitch Pre, other players. But yeah, and then we have people like Uganda, Tanzania. The Uganda clients, the Tanzania. Yeah, so pick up to all of those, and we can start off with Hannah. What your thoughts on Nigeria's performance?
Nigeria, well, it's hit and miss with them really. It's up and down. Um, sometimes they deliver, other times they don't. I think they will be comfortable in this group, to be honest, because there isn't really many tough competitors, but they make it usually difficult for themselves. So, yeah.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Have you
What about you,
watched
Waffle?
them?
Yeah, so I said Ivory Coast is one of my teams, but Uganda is definitely going to be my second team for personal reasons. I'm looking at this group, and obviously not Nigeria. Nigeria are a team that they're a weird team because games they can look magnificent in, and then just other games they're just so inconsistent. They're so inconsistent. But they still have players like Osimhen. Who's that guy? Who's a guy that played for Fulham? What's his name? I've forgotten his name. The midfielder used to play for Arsenal. I've forgotten his name. I can't.
Is it Chuck?
It won't be. They've got
Owobi. Yeah.
got a few Premier League players in their team as well with some good experience as well. So I do feel that they will get out of the group easily. So yeah, Nigeria is definitely one of the favourites, I think, in this group. Tunisia as well. I think they'll be underrated as well. Tunisia, but I'm wanting Uganda to go through, but we will see what happens, innit? What's going on? Where's oh, okay, Hannah's gonna be away from
So for Nigeria, my point of view is that Nigeria has a talented squad. It's sad to see that they haven't qualified for the World Cup, but here they are qualifying for the AFCON. I think the nation was depressed that they lost to a small nation called the Congo. Like how you are watching the head of the final, Nigerians were confident, they were cocky, saying we'll beat the LC Congo. And then at the end of 90 minutes, you see that the LC Congo ends the hope, and they'll have to wait for another 4 years for another World Cup. So yeah, and then so that they have talented squad. The issue is how will they set up, how will they play? And Nigeria on a good day they can play amazing football. On a bad they can play all about football. Like against the LC Congo, they played terrible football. But the game before the LC Congo, they played good football to qualify. Again, for the World Cup qualifiers, they were lucky to even go to the Africa finals, because if we're going to stick to normal rules, Nigeria will have finished third in the World Cup qualifiers in that group. Yeah, and in last AFCON, Nigeria struggled in the last AFCON as well. Yeah, so they struggled. They finished second place, runners up in that group. They're the best performing in that group since they went the farthest in the group. It was Ivory Coast the best performing. So the first, I guess that so Nigeria finished 0 points.
Didn't Nigeria win the last AFCON?
No.
Ivory Coast. They did.
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
They reached the final.
Ivory Coast.
They reached the final and lose. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Nigeria haven't won the AFCON since 2013.
Yeah.
They haven't been
Haven't won since 2013.
Long time.
Actually,
Yes,
Nigeria has won 3 AFCON. If you consider in this group, the teams with the most have the most history in terms of winning trophies. I don't think any other team in this group knows how to win as many trophies as Nigeria does.
Yeah.
So let's get to the predictions, people, man, quickly, man. Because this.
Yeah, so I'll start. Yeah, I'll start off. So for my predictions, I'm going to go for Nigeria top with 9 points, Tunisia second with 6 points, Uganda third with 3 points. Ano next.
Tanzania at second, yeah.
No. Tanzania is fourth.
Okay.
Tanzania is fourth. Tunisia is second.
Tunisia.
Third is Uganda.
Tunisia aren't great. I'll give Nigeria, Tanzania, and Tunisia. I think how that group looks right now, I think that's how it will end.
Mark,
Yeah.
you with us? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I think the favorite to this group has to be Nigeria. Even though they haven't performed well, I think they will as a team come back to at least do something to show the country and give the country some sort of solace that they didn't qualify for the World Cup. So I think they have some motivation to win this group and go on to play at least try to attempt to make the finals again. But also look out for Tunisia and Uganda. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure, unfamiliar with Tanzania, but I know Tunisia have some interesting players who play in Europe, including Hannibal Medri, who used to play for Man United. And then, of course, they have Uganda, who's an interesting team, been uprising for the last couple of times. And in the last AFCON, they upset a few teams.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna go Nigeria and I'm going Uganda as a second team, man. Just out of bias as well. So Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania, and then Tunisia finish bottom.
Okay. Wait, Mark, who did you have in second? Apologies. What's your second place team? Tunisia,
my second place team was Tunisia. So I went Nigeria,
Tanzania.
Tunisia, and Uganda third.
Oh, Uganda. Okay, cool. I can move, yeah. I just wanted to note it down because for the group.
Can I do the next group? D?
Yeah.
Even though I haven't got thing, but I'll just talk anyway. Sure. So can you bring up the screen a little bit, please? So in Group D, we've got Benin, Botswana, DR Congo, and Senegal. Looking at this group, I'm looking at Senegal and DR Congo straight away as maybe the favorites, but Benin, they're underrated. Botswana, don't know too much information about Botswana. Maybe you other guys will maybe able to give us a little bit of information. But as we know, we've got players like Mane that plays for Senegal. Who plays for Congo as well? Someone plays for Congo in the Premier League. Who is it?
Wan-Bissaka. Not only Wan-Bissaka. I think they have a player again who played Wissa. I think Wissa is also from DR Congo.
Oh yeah, but he's not going. He's not going. Apparently, I think he's staying in a new car. Yeah. So
I'm not sure
what? DR Congo, as you know, they were very strong in the in the CAF qualifiers. Did they actually qualify Congo?
Yeah,
the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're in the playoffs.
They play against the winner between Jamaica and New Caledonia.
Yeah, and they've got Congo.
They go to the World Cup.
Yeah, Congo are very solid defensively. When you look at their team, they've got a very good defense. Their midfield is quite combative, and they're very a hard team to break down, in my opinion.
And they have a good goalkeeper as well.
True. And I think also what's happening in DRC Congo is that they have a very youthful squad compared to Senegal. The Senegal squad is aging. So
yes,
I think with Senegal, whoever who said Senegal will cook this group, Even me, I'm trying to find how Senegal will cook because if DLC Congo plays the way they played in the World Cup qualifiers, I think Senegal is cooked in this group.
Let me. Can I just say something quickly, please, Kyle? Yeah. When you look at Senegal's players, though, yeah, you've got players like
Yeah.
Koulibaly, you've got Mane, you've got Ndiaye, who's one of the, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, in my opinion. Especially the way he plays. You've got Jackson, you've got Sarr from Crystal Palace, you've got Jacobs, who
Yeah.
plays for I think he plays with Galatasaray. You've got Mendy,
Yeah.
the goalkeeper. You've got Papa Sarr as well. You've got Idrissa Gueye. They have got Koyat. Obviously don't play no more, but their team stacked with good players, bro. So they, what I mean. Can they be underdogs to actually win this tournament? What you man think?
I think
They could be. They
Senegal
definitely
can
could be.
capable. They're capable of winning this tournament, but the issue with Senegal is how well will they start game week one?
Mm.
If they start game week one with strong ruthlessness, they can win it. But if they start it with being laxous or laxia, they'll struggle in this group.
Yeah, but I think the Congo have a good chance, to be fair.
No one's talking about Benin either, though, man. Benin's got a very good team.
They've got a good team, but I think the thing with Benin is that they usually struggle. Yeah, but I want to try find how the Congo did in the last AFCON.
They qualified
Yeah.
the last World Cup for the last AFCON because I was trying to see as well when I was doing my research yesterday.
They reached the semi-finals in the last AFCON.
See, so
They
they're a
lost to
strong
Ivory
team.
Coast.
They're very strong.
They are
They're very
fourth.
Benin will probably finish further, I think.
Should we do the
Botswana
predictions
could-
or Mark? Do you wanna?
I thought
Yeah,
Senegal reached
I
round
think
of 16.
I think Senegal is the strongest team in this group. As much as we will talk about the Congo doing well right now and reaching the semi-final the last time, I think Senegal is the strongest team in this group. That's the team to beat. I'm not too sure if the other teams have the attacking power to deal with Senegal because they will have to score goals to beat Senegal. And we know Senegal can do one thing, score goals. So
Yeah.
I think that's number one in the group. In my opinion, I think it's a fight for second place between DR Congo and Benin. Even possibly Botswana at that dark horse because Botswana recently have been performing very well. They're in form. So they are the informed team, in my opinion. But of course, DR Congo is the second strongest team. And well, Benin, although they might not be a big name in the last AFCON, Benin was one of the most difficult opponents for all the team to face. And I think they was in one of the strongest groups. So this one is a competitive group as well.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I think if we look at last AFCON, Benin qualified from not last AFCON, the previous one before, 2022. But then 2022's one. They actually haven't been to an AFCON in a while, Benin. Yeah. Unless
Yeah,
Benin.
I think the last time Benin was in AFCON was in 2019. They missed out on
2019.
two AFCONs, yeah.
To AFCON, so yeah. Can I Abs, you want to start with the predictions?
Yeah. So tournament. Group D winners will be Senegal, followed by DR Congo, and maybe Benin as third place.
Okay. So I've got DR Congo topping, then Senegal, then Benin.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go for Senegal topping the group, DLC Congo second, Benin third.
Benin third. Okay. Mark.
I said, yeah, like I said, Senegal first, between DR Congo and Benin for me, for who will be second and third. Of course, we expect DR Congo to be second, but you never know how the chip will fall in the game. And I think it'll be a competitive team. So if I have to say third, let me say Benin third, but DR Congo seconds.
Okay. Uh, Carl can take this one away, or Abs.
Let me do it. I
Okay,
want
I
to get
can.
through this quick, man. Let me do this one. You do the last one. I'm gonna get through these groups quick, man, because we've been there a while now. So Algeria, Faso, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, EG, I'm gonna call them, and Sudan. So do you know what? Looking at this group, I'm instantly looking at Burkina Faso for a start. Maybe Equatorial Guinea, Mark's team. Big up to Mark, obviously, representing EG. I don't
Big
know
up.
about Algeria these days, Have they got a good team or
World
they
Cup
just
qualifiers, Algeria, brother. They already
Huh?
qualified. They played in the group with Spain. Algeria qualified for the World Cup.
Oh,
They played
what,
in
for
the
the
group
World
with
Cup?
Spain. Brother,
Oh,
Yeah,
for the World Cup.
brother,
they did.
So they're
They qualified,
serious.
yes.
they are
Yeah,
serious.
Yeah.
Algeria is a good team.
Okay. I know
Yeah,
them
last
Algerian
Af-
ballers, yeah. Them techie ball. I know they got all techie ballers and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Will they be able to do something in this competition though? That's the question. Maybe they're the favourites in this group from some of you guys, but my first when I look at Burkina Faso because Burkina Faso got a very good team. Maybe you know what? I'm just gonna predict now, brother. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all of this madness. Yeah, I'm going Algeria and Burkina Faso, 1 and 2, and Equatorial Guinea third. Just quick ting, just quick fire.
For me, I a little opposite to you. I looking at Equatorial Guinea and Algeria, and I thinking I love Equatorial Guinea performance. Last time I saw them play, and I think that they was they should be doing well in this tournament. They are a growing nation in African football. So I going with Algeria first and Equatorial Guinea second. I think Burkina Faso got a whole lot to it.
As that's a big call for the Equatorial Guinea. But yeah, the thing with Algeria, they usually underperform, but they will probably do well this time because last AFCON they did absolute nonsense. In the last AFCON, they finished bottom of their group, and they were supposed to top it. They were in a group with Mauritania, Burkina Faso, Angola. So yeah, but it seems like they have gotten a bit more, um, bit better. I think a few changes in there. So yeah, I'm gonna go Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, like it is there.
Carl?
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to go for Algeria, top of the group. Equatorial Guinea second, and third is Burkina Faso.
Ooh. Okay, so
Big up to El
not
Nini.
love
Go.
for not love for Burkina Faso. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah, I'm agreeing
understand.
with Mark on my predictions. Man, Max
Mm,
are spot on.
fair enough.
Mark and Kyle, twins.
Tell them, tell them, oh, tell them. Come on.
Come on, Group F
South
boys. Come on,
Africa
come
team
on.
is number one.
Group F. Now, Group F is probably the group of death. Um, I just feel sorry for Mozambique because they are in a whoa. That's such a tough group for them. Their defense isn't good as well, Mozambique. So yeah, in terms of this group, there's so many stuff that's going on. This is probably for Gabon. We'll serve them Aubameyang's last tournament. Disappointing way, yeah, disappointing way to go out in the World Cup qualifiers, getting beaten up in extra time by Nigeria. Um, Cameroon, they have no Andre Nana. They haven't called him up. and they've one or two players missing as well. I think Cameroon, Ivory Coast, they are the defending champions, but
Hold on.
the amount of
Don't Mbomo play for Cameroon? Sorry to.
yeah, he
Boom,
also
yeah,
No,
plays
bro.
for
let's go.
Calm
Cameroon.
down. My segment coming. My segment
Okay,
coming.
okay.
So Abomo
Ivory
will play
Coast,
against Imagine.
yeah, Ivory Coast. There's so much stuff going on with them
My
behind
team.
the scenes. Of course, champions, defending champions. That's the only
Say it
reason
again.
Ab has chosen them. Um,
Sing out.
so yeah, but so they announced two squads. They picked two squads, and then of course the official one. I don't know why. What's going on there?
What's the backstory
Yeah.
behind that? What is the backstory behind the two squads and all that kind of stuff? Why was there
So
some
the
fallout?
old manager. So last AFCON, the old manager was sacked when they finished third in the group.
Mm.
And then the interim manager went on and won the tournament with them. And I think it's this guy, this old manager of them, Salazar, accepted that he's been sacked. I think that's really the only thing. I don't know, Mark, if you know a bit more about the Ivory Coast situation.
Not too much about the Ivory Coast situation, of course. I know Ahmad and a few other players in the Prem and in France plays for Ivory Coast. I think they're very strong. Of course, they they're one of the teams like Senegal for me that knows how to score goals and in any tournament they're playing in, and they show that because they qualify for the World Cup as well. And I think that they are going to be the team to beat in this group. Also, you can't sleep on Cameroon. I think Mbumo is going to be in fine form for Cameroon. I think it's going to be a very interesting encounter for the teams. And it's no issue that Andrew Nana hasn't been called up for Cameroon, because I think his cousin who kept for them in the last AFCON was the better goalkeeper of the two. So I think Cameroon is going to be very strong in this tournament as well. You can't sleep on Gabon because they're showing consistent performances. But yeah, I think the top two for this group will definitely be Ivory Coast and Cameroon for me. It'll be a face-off between Ahmad and Mbumo, and of course the young gun facing off against experience and hard work in the Prem. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
And don't
100%.
forget Yassine Banu, big player.
Big player.
Yeah, big.
So can we do like a prediction for this Group F then? Do you want to go first, Mark?
Yeah, I already went first. I already said for me the top two qualifiers is Ivory
Yeah.
Coast and Cameroon, and don't sleep on Gabon.
Okay, so Gabon in third then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Carl?
For me,
This brother-
I'm going to go for Ivory Coast.
Mm.
Yeah, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, and Gabon. I think those three are the little teams, especially Ivory Coast. They have talented players like Ahmad and a lot of other talented players are playing Premier League and the top 5 leagues. Cameroon, the biggest weakness is Onana. I'm glad they got rid of Onana as their captain and as a goalkeeper. He was letting the national.
But hasn't
the
Onana
national
had a?
team.
Are you talking about the goal? Cameroon's goalkeeper.
No, I'm saying I'm glad that they left. I'm glad that they left Onana out.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah, he has been left out of the. Yeah, so I'm glad they have left him out. Otherwise, if they didn't leave him out, we'll have bottled a lot of points for Cameroon if he
I
started.
thought he's had a good season though with Trabzonspor though this season. I think they're third or fourth or something like that in the league. So I don't know. But
Yes, he has had a good season club football, but also like in the World Cup qualifiers, he struggled. He let in petty goals, and I think Cameroon needed to drop Onana in the World Cup qualifiers so that Cameroon can. If they didn't drop Onana in the World Cup qualifiers, they'll have Cameroon not in the World Cup.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be Ivory Coast first, Cameroon second, and maybe Gabon. Yeah, Gabon third. So that's my prediction there. What about you, H?
I've got Gabon in second, Ivory Coast top, and Cameroon in third.
Okay. Okay, so that's the predictions done. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we depart?
We can quickly do the knockouts if you guys want to.
I think that
Yeah.
one you can save it for the next stage afterwards.
Yeah, we do another show.
And-
I think we should do a banter show as well, about the kits as well, but we can do that somewhere down the line as well, because I'm sure everyone will want to see what the kits look like and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Mali are the hardest kit. I'm telling all you know. Mali kit is the best.
Hold on, let me see them. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna talk about that. I'll probably have to get a kit myself, Oh, Marley kit. Oh, what with the bird thing? With the eagle?
Yeah.
Hey, that's not bad,
Yeah.
That is, yeah,
No,
that
that's
looks alright.
Senegal.
Oh, is that Senegal? Nice Marley. No, it looks
Mali
alright.
kit had the eagle across the chest going up.
Yeah, that looks fire, And yeah, we're gonna do another show about that anyway, people. Yeah, we do a separate show maybe on that. But yeah, let's big up the chat as well for joining. We've had some good numbers in the chat today. Big up to all the panelists today. Big up yourself, Kyle, as always. Big up yourself, Mark, each and every time. Man like Hanno as well. Big up to you as well. And we had to have our African, experts in the chat and in the panelists as well, because my knowledge of African football is not that great. Do you know what I mean? Mark's probably got better knowledge than me, but you learn in it as you go along in it. So I'm going to learn a lot this tournament, and I'm looking forward to doing the watch-alongs with whichever panels we choose. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Guys, you got anything to say before we kind of wrap up this show?
Yeah, I think I have something to say. It might be a little bit long-winded, but shout out to Hano and Kyle, for the collaborations, and big up to you, Waffle. Of course, we expect to see there will be more collaborations coming. The likes of Halftime with Vegeta. Of course, maybe Botswana Papi will come through, because he's a Botswana fan, so we will have that Botswana in-depth knowledge. It have other fans that will probably come in through, Nigerian fans like Drex and these guys. Shout out to each and every one of them. And big up to everybody watching. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to bring this to you guys. And Hano and Kyle and Waffle Don, well, in good hands. You know what I mean?
100.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, big.
Just quick one before we wrap up. What do you, winners? What do you guys think won it?
Oh, good question. The winners of the tournament, yeah, boy, I'm going last on this one, because I need time to think. Put Mark in the firing lineup. Put him in the firing lineup straight away. I want to know what you got to say.
I gotta be real biased in this early stage. I'm saying Mali had to be contenders, but I think the big favorites will be Ivory Coast, Senegal, possibly even Cameroon and Nigeria. But yeah, I will put them 5 had to be contenders for me. South Africa, I think they're in a difficult group. They may or may not come out of that group. They had to look for it. Hopefully they do well. They already qualified to the World Cup, so I don't know how much energy they have towards this tournament right now. The minds could be focused on preparation for a World Cup, So you never know what could be happening there. And that's my prediction there.
Yeah. So for me, my predictions is I think South Africa will win the AFCON.
Hey, Kyle.
He's blazing H there, He's blazing H. Look at him.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
Kyle's wicked. I tell you now, because he's gonna build you up, yeah. But the minute you come out the beat, he's gonna kill you with it, bro.
He's building me up, yeah.
This brother, I know what Kyle's like,
He's building me up.
No, it's all love. It's all love. Yeah. So
he said we will top the group. Now he's saying we will win. I see. I see. But come on,
yeah.
so
So
much.
I think. Yeah, so I think favorite is South Africa. If South Africa is an amazing squad, balanced squad, youth, everything of that team chemistry. That that the squad here that I can say that are used to playing with each other through club football, national team football. So it's like a kind like a continuation for them. Whereas other squad they'll have to adjust. South Africa that's taking their local players to to Morocco. So
Yeah.
that I think the favorites here. If not South Africa, then the other teams like I don't think Ivory Coast will win it back to back. That would be hard. I think teams like DRC Congo, teams like Nigeria, and teams like
Pick a winner, no, man. Just pick one winner, man. One winner,
yeah,
please.
yeah. I said South Africa.
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know.
Um,
Lan.
for me, I would love to say we're gonna win it, but I think because it's in North Africa, I think we'll have a bit of
Respectful, my
problems.
brother.
With North Africa, and we all know what it's like. Um, so I'm gonna go Morocco as host. I think too good of a squad. Uh, you have to back them to qualify.
You know, I was thinking the same
So
thing as well. I'm thinking between Morocco and Nigeria. I think Nigeria, they've got a lot to prove in this tournament, especially the way they crashed out of the World Cup as well. I think there's going to be, you know what? I'm going to say Nigeria. That's what I want to say. Nigeria win this tournament.
the thing with Nigeria, they are always so close to the finishing line. Then something happens.
I don't know if Nigeria won it, but fair enough.
It's like a curse for
They got to the
Nigeria. They're so
final last.
close. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're so close to the finishing line, then some juju happens, and
You keep
then they
Osimhen
bottle
fit,
it.
anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but they're always so close. Then they don't win it.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, H, you wanna
Yeah.
do the outro?
Mark, you wanna? Mm, yeah, Mark. I don't know if you wanna shout out your socials there.
I don't even know if he's
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Mark?
But Carl.
Yeah, I can shout out my socials. So big up
Yeah.
to everyone who joined the stream. Big up to Waffle, the coach. Big up to Hano, the latest man, latest South African man. And big up to the chat for keeping the interaction lively. Big up to everyone. All of you are legends here. And yeah, long live African football, long live the banter, long live everything. And yeah, so I'll be doing more of these shows with Hano Waffle. So my social media account is my YouTube channel is Football Overseas, where I do watch alongs, match previews, transfer analysis, and all other stuffs. And then my Instagram is underline F4 2019, F4
Let me
YT 2019 underline. Then my Facebook is Football Overseas. TikTok is yeah. So yeah, that's all. And I'll I like to see whether South Africa will bottle it or not. Because if South Africa is knocked out of the group stage, I know I'm coming for you, and I'll find you. I'll be here in the round of
You'll
16.
need to book a flight to South Africa to find me.
Yeah?
So yeah, but
If South Africa is knocked out, I'll come and haunt you in the round of 16. Slim.
uh, mm. But yeah, as for me, just Anu Sports Hub on all socials. We have apps, we have Carl. People, this wouldn't have been possible without this guy, above, like this guy.
Ooh.
So
Who's this guy? Me?
Yeah, you.
He's just calling you
Like,
this
Nah,
guy.
I don't need
you,
no
this
big
isn't
ups, bro, man.
possible. So,
Nah.
People,
Don't say that, man.
subscribe to him. Subscribe to Carl. Carl,
Let me pick
although
up Mark
he's
as well quickly.
gaslighting
Yeah,
me right now.
yeah.
And
Let me pick up Mark
Mark,
quickly as well.
we have
Yeah.
Mark.
Big up Mark as well.
Mark.
MUFC going to be doing a lot of work with him. His social is in the chat right now. Please make sure you subscribe to Mark. Mark is big in this industry, and he's a real good guy. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He knows his football. So, you know what I mean. You say without me, but without all of us, without the creator, yeah, none of this is possible. So big up to everyone, and big up all the legends in the chat as well. If I go to South Africa,
Well,
you can kill the girls.
If you want to find if you want to find beautiful girls, go to Cape Verde. You'll find beautiful girls in Cape
Oh,
Verde.
look at this guy. He knows, isn't it? He's been there, isn't it?
he knows.
I'm not saying for the passport bros who are looking for beautiful ladies to marry. Go to Cape Verde, you'll find a wife there.
Big up, man. Big
So,
up.
yeah, let's wrap it up then there.
Yeah.
We have everyone.
And see you soon. See you soon.
Yeah.
See you for the
soon,
first game, Morocco versus Comoros. Yeah? Make sure you're there, and it's on the 21st, I believe, isn't it? 21st of December.
Yeah, 21st.
Yeah.
See you then, people.
See
Peace.
you
Big
then.
up, man.
Cheers.